All right, welcome back, everybody. Wrong screen. Here we go. Thank God. Let me redo that real quick. Alright, now we're back. Welcome back, everybody, to East Origin. It's been a while. But yeah, last time we finished off Hugo's story. And today we're going after Yunica's story. We already started it last time a little bit. But I really intend to go full balls to the wall with Yunica today. So let's see what we are doing up ahead. Right. Because I really want to get into it. Yeah, not too much to announce. I've already decided the next free game project. You know? And you can already get a sneak peek. You know, my documents, my Google Doc, my spreadsheet. You will already know what we're going to play. But if you want to get surprised, then so be it. You know, that's great thing. I hope I haven't. Oh my God, we have so many demos now that East Origin just is completely in the back row now. East Origin, there we go. But yeah, I'm super impressed with the East series so far. East Origin has held my interest for a long time. I just hope that Yunica's playthrough is not going to suck, and we are not as long invested in this as we were with Hugo. Hugo's story was kind of long, but because it was like the first time we did it, maybe we'll be able to cut a few corners with Yunica. Because we'll have to replay it a third time too. Welcome to the stream, J2O. By the way, if you have any suggestions, please tell me for my streams. How can I improve my streams, you know? Like, it's always on my mind recently. Mentally I'm not doing too well, and I've been like thinking a lot of the time that I need things to get better. I need to improve my streams, but I really do enjoy streaming, and I'm here for you. I'm going to be streaming a lot, but sometimes, you know, I just feel like I'm not doing enough to improve them. So if you have any suggestions, please, they're always welcome, you know. But yeah, thank you for listening to me ramble. But the series I absolutely enjoy, and yeah, I can already tell you, once East Origin is over, we're going to continue with Trails in the Sky 3rd. I'm going to buy the game pretty soon. And then we immediately head into there. You know. Yeah, I think I've watched some of my stuff back, and I think I'm doing fine most of the time. The only problem is, like, I do get views on YouTube. I do get them, but people are very not prone to stick around. So I can get like around 30 views on a video, or 30 viewers into a video, but they all just stick around for a few minutes and then they leave, which, you know, always is a bummer for me, because obviously I'm streaming these games because I want people to watch me. To a certain degree, obviously. Most of the time I'm streaming it for myself. I want to have a record of like my playthroughs of these games. Things that we experience together, right? But sometimes, you know, I really want to improve, and if I can, I would really love to. It is a really hard space to get into, because the thing is, I have a feeling people's retention has gone down quite a bit in the recent past. I've seen that too. For me, myself, I do enjoy watching streamers. There is some very noticeable ones that I do enjoy watching. You know? But if I tune into a smaller streamer, it's always a thing. If I do enjoy the game a lot, then I do enjoy their content. But there's always this nagging feeling of like, I need to switch to something else. I need something to stimulate my mind with something else. And it's a problem, you know? I think our retention spans are actually decreasing quite a bit in the recent age, you know? I know it for myself. I know it for myself too. I think that's just my ADHD talking most of the time, but still, you know. It is hard to concentrate on a single stream unless you really, really, really love the game, you know. But yeah, I'm going to continue streaming things that I do enjoy. Absolutely a lot. And as I was saying, I think the next 3 retro game streams are already planned out. We just finished Metroid 2 and Yoshi's Island, 2 retro games recently. So I put 3 other retro games in the current games project list. So if you do want a sneak peek, you could always check it out, but you could also let yourself get you could always let yourself be surprised by what I'm going to be playing. But yeah, I like the idea that we've had with like the current system where we have longer games, like obviously this game, and in between we have games that are shorter, retro games, you know, like old Mario games, old Metroid games, you know, just shorter experiences in between. And it really helps that we have like a rolling system of things that we can just phase out from time to time, you know. I do enjoy a lot of these games that we're playing. But yeah, for example, something that I could change, something that would be a positive change, would be, for example, something like, do I need to announce my streams earlier? You know, because currently I'm announcing my streams on the day that they are happening. I could theoretically just announce them a day ahead or something, a day ahead, or even the full week of streams, just completely planned out and announcing. I don't know if that would help, you know. I've done that for a little bit of a time, but it was always such a hassle to get everything going. And even then, you spend a lot of time planning things out, and then you cancel streams, or you want to play something else on the current day, so you have to change the stream, and then you have to push the stream event that you already did back to another day, and it's all a big clusterfuck. So I'm in favor of announcing it earlier, a day early maybe, but not planning out the entire week personally. You know, this is a change that I can make. This is a concession that I can make. And there's a lot of concessions that I can make theoretically, but yeah. Also, I desperately need to return to some games. For example, I need to return to Pokemon Platinum, which we haven't played in almost 2 weeks at this point. So I really need to get back into those, you know. But I'm trying my best. I don't really want to grow this channel big, but I want this channel to not stagnate, you know. Like, I don't need to have like 10,000 subs or something, but I would actually at least like to get like maybe 5 subs per month or something, like just to keep the channel a little bit growing, you know. Stagnation is kind of a bad thing in my opinion. All right, let's get going. We already started with Yunica. Let me get back into this. Wait, this is her superpower, right? Oh yeah, and this is her. Isn't this her ability? All right. This is going to be incredible. I have no idea what we're going to do. Yeah, I get it. Here's the thing. The end was a little bit rushed because Dan had to do something else. Probably had a different appointment or something. I'm kind of happy about how it went. It really was a great stream. But I kind of agree on his notion because he had 30 viewers. Like, I activated most of La Mulana's community. I was actively talking to people in the La Mulana 1 and La Mulana 2 discords during the stream while I was posting in chat in stream. And I was trying to coordinate with the Reddit as well. It was hard getting people. Like, La Mulana is a very niche series. Very, very niche. To a point, most people will never interact with it or play with it. And I'm actually happy that we at least got one stream. And I agree with his notion. He doesn't want to do a second La Mulana stream because it literally could nuke his channel at that point. Like, if you do streams... Like, that's the problem with the YouTube algorithm sometimes. If you do streams as a big creator and they get very, very little views, it might just tank your entire algorithm, you know? And that kind of sucks. So I kind of get that. How do you... Can we not dodge roll? I thought dodge rolling was a thing in this game. Am I just scuffed? Like, I'm okay with it. The only shame... And I would implore you, if you can, The two last songs he just went over quickly. I definitely think you should listen to them if you can. False Ruler and Reproduction of Power are my favorite two tracks from La Mulana 2. They are just so good. The timing on the down thrust attack is a little weird. False Ruler is my definitive favorite song of this soundtrack. Might even be my favorite song of La Mulana, just because of the whole space theme, which is incredible. If you know the context to it, it's even better. Because you're literally going through the ruins, which is basically ruins, you know, in La Mulana, you're basically discovering ruins. And then suddenly, you open this contraption up that you just get into, and suddenly, you're in a zero gravity environment. You're basically in space. And then False Ruler starts playing in the background, and it's like the best thing ever. I love this. I love that so much. And it's such a good track too. You know. Nothing but love for this track. And I mean, Reproduction of Power is just my favorite boss of the game. But yeah, Dan asked me on Discord to choose like my favorite 5 tracks from La Mulana 2, and it was so hard to choose. So yeah, I still have stuff planned, by the way, for... God damn it. I'm sorry. Yunica, we have to do this again. I mean, you get experience, so... Actually, struggling with Yunica against these enemies is actually kind of tough. Because she has to get up close and personal, unlike Hugo. You know. There's the first road of fruit. By the way, I plan on purchasing the rest of the series as well, if the time comes. But Falcom games really, really rarely go on discount, sadly. Yeah, the timing is a little bit weird on it. You really have to wait on the down thrust attack that stuns enemies. You really have to wait until you're actively falling down. Is there? I haven't looked at it. I know that there's a Square Enix sale currently going on. Because a bunch of the games that are on my wishlist on Switch are currently on sale. Is it on Steam? If it is, I might just buy Trails in the Sky 3rd. Have to check it out though. Oh, cool. I'm going to check it out because I actually need to look at it. If there's a Switch version of a game, I do intend to get the Switch version. Just because it's easier to set up for me, for my current streaming setup. It's just easier to get the Switch set up than it is to log my PC around. Because for PC games, I'm using a 2PC setup, right? So I'm going to play most games on my laptop, which I have to connect to my other streaming PC. And my streaming PC handles like all of the streaming and everything. But it's not good enough. The PC is not good enough to actually do actually play games. It's actually a very old PC that handles all of the streaming stuff, and my laptop actually can run quite a few games, I have to say. So it's just easier to connect a Switch to the setup than it is to connect the PC. Emerald. Well, and power increased. Yeah, I think I know that system already. But yeah, if there's a Switch version of a game, I definitely do intend to get the Switch version. Or PS5 version. But the Switch version just has the added benefit of being like an on-the-go thing. Which I do enjoy a lot. Like, that's still the main draw of the Switch, in my opinion. It's just the on-the-go thing. But yeah. Oh. Blue Moon Crest. What? Oh yeah. What? Strange. If you're a demon, then why don't I feel threatened by you? I actually think you're kind of adorable. Are you one of the Roos, maybe? My grandpa told me about you little guys. Said the vapors outside transformed you into demons. But demon or no, you're just too cute. Too cute? I'm not really trained for this. I don't have any idea what you're saying at all. If someone from House Gemma were here, maybe we'd be able to communicate, but I wouldn't even know where to begin. I'm sorry, I just don't understand. House Tova has a proud legacy, but I'm afraid demon linguistics just aren't a big part of it. Wait, are you hungry? Is that it? I'll take that as a yes. Come to think of it, I just might have some food to give you. Yeah, let's give it the rotor fruit. Absolutely. Whoa. Is that a piece of Clearia ore? Yunica's axe has been strengthened. Thank you, little guy. That's amazing. I never knew you guys were so talented. Thank you so much. I wonder if you can actually understand what they're saying in the third playthrough, because spoilers, you're playing as Claw, right? And he's a demon, so he probably would be able to understand them, right? But yeah, we'll find our way through previously explored areas. I don't think there was anything here. Wait, where do I even go at this point? I highly doubt this is the path that we need to take. This is where we came from, right? Oh, nice. I'll look at it once streaming is over today. Set the blue moon crest in the altar. Let me check it out right now. Trails in the Sky SC, E7. Trails in the Sky, third is 25% off. That is actually pretty decent. I think I'm going to get that. Oh, East 1 and 2 is only $3. €3. As is East Origin on Steam. I wonder if Trails from Zero, like the cold steel is also off. Doesn't look like any of the next Trails games is off. Maybe I'm looking wrong. There's a whole bunch of DLC for Trails of Cold Steel, huh? Whole bunch of DLC. I hate the current practice that we have been going on with DLC. I hate it so much. Huh? I think we lost him. Annoying little runt. How the hell can he evade us for this long? Doesn't he ever get tired? There's no way he could have gone much further. I say we keep looking. Sorry, but I've lost what little interest I had. There's no glory in catching a sorcerer who'd rather run for cover than stand and fight. He's clearly not a worthy opponent. Wait, is Hugo in this? Is Hugo already in the tower? It did seem like we were the first ones to arrive. Man, you need to lighten up. It's the thrill of the hunt, you know? Excuse me. I'll definitely get Trails in the Sky 3rd and East 1 and 2. In the sale. I'm sorry to interrupt, but you're not from the search party, are you? If not, then you might want to get out of here. This tower is a pretty dangerous place to be. Is this girl for real? This is too funny. Just look at her. Look at her clothes and the dumb expression on her face. She's a total hick. I'm a what now? Identify yourself, little girl. Are you a friend of that sorceress? What sorcerer? I'm Yunica. Yunica Tova, apprentice of the Holy Knights of Ease. Yunica Tova? Huh, so they got a little shit like you working in service of the goddesses, do they? Guess I must really be hurting for help up there. Okay, I told you my name. How about you return the favor? If you've been on the surface this whole time, I guess that means you missed your chance to take refuge in the shrine. Man, I'd heard the people of East were a bit on the simple side, but this is just sad. Yeah, it's no fun when they come right up to you and practically beg you to kill them. There's no sport in it, you know? Hey, maybe you should try out one of those demon familiars that Sava let us use? Suit yourself. I have no idea what's going on right now. What are you two talking about? Capture the goddesses and kill any interlopers. Those are our orders. The goddesses? You mean Lady Rhea and Lady Fina? Seriously, who the hell are you and what are you doing here? That's enough chatter for you. Chatter out of you, hick girl. Coming to this tower will be the last mistake you ever make. Oh, we're actually fighting this? Demon? Have fun. Oh, we're actually not bonding with these guys at all, huh? Oh, this is one of those two demons that we fought later down the line with Hugo. We're actually fighting two of those at the same time with Hugo. Or was it one of them? Oh, I think he splits, right? Wasn't that it? Let me go. I think this is the worst. Oh yeah, he splits up. Yunica. Alright, let's retry it. I'm not a huge fan of this boss, but if we're fighting it right here and get it out of the way, it might actually be better. Alright, we're not doing this correctly, I think. I need to be somewhat standoffish on this, I think. Just punched him in the head one time. Oh god. Okay. I need to be a little bit more tactical about this. Let's not try to run into him while he does the bad thing. You know? The whole bat thing is incredibly annoying on this boss. Ouch. Alright, that actually hurt. Yeah, I don't like this boss very much. But you need to actually back away from him a little bit. Or else you just get hit. You know. Like this. Just playing a little bit more carefully this time around. There we go. Close, but I damn near played it perfectly at the end. That's all that matters. Whew. I don't know how I did it, but I did it. But who in the world were these two? And why would they be hanging around with demons? Plus, why would they want to capture Lady Rhea and Lady Fina? Alright. Bronze key. And the Mask of Eyes. Alright. This time I actually know the solution. I kind of love that we have different playstyles in this one, you know. By the way, I don't think I'll be getting like any of the Cold Steel games, even though they are on sale currently, because it's just hard justifying the purchase when these games are so far away still. Like, I'll probably play them in 2 years at max. At the current pace we're going with all of this. I can't like justify a purchase of a game that I'm going to be playing in 2 years. I think. As much as I do like supporting Falcom, because they are really good developers, I have to say, in terms of RPG and writing and character writing in particular. Alright, let's get rid of these. Like, Cold Steel is so far away for us. It's not even like... It's not even funny how far away it is, too. Hey, I know you. You're Yunica Tova, right? Huh? Who's there? Where are you? Haha, calm down, just take off the mask. You can remove the mask of eyes from her face. Oh, I recognize you from the search party. Same, and let me tell you, it's a relief to find a friendly face in here. I'm Riku Gemma, part of a sorcerer contingent. It's nice to meet you. Oh, okay, you must be the priest Gemma's grandson then, right? How did you wind up in a place like this? Well, when I came to, I found myself slumped in a heap right outside this tower. I figured I'd take a peek inside, and when I did, I caught a glimpse of some people heading up the stairs. Naturally, I assumed they were part of the search party, so I followed them, but that turned out to be a bad idea. Ow. Oh no, are you hurt? Yeah, but there's no need to worry. I cast some healing magic on it, so I'm just waiting here for the wound to close. I can't really walk on this leg until it does, though. Well, at least it's not incurable, I guess. And at least you have a good cover until it does heal. So those people you saw, did they turn out to be a couple of thugs? Like a really muscly man and a woman with all kinds of tattoos? How did you know? I had a run-in with them myself. Oh, I'm glad you managed to get away then. When I caught up with them, they taunted me, then summoned some kind of big demon that chased me all over the tower. Sounds like we both had similar experiences. Can't imagine how a human being would be able to exercise that kind of control over demons, though. I don't know, but one thing's for sure, we got to watch our backs in here. These two clearly aren't messing around. Crap, you're right, this could be really bad. Huh? What do you mean? Before they ran off, they were talking about trying to capture Lady Rhea and Lady Fina. What? I don't understand. Yunica explained the situation to Rico, beginning with the information given to her by the Rhoda tree. Every detail you just told me makes me more nervous than the last. If the goddesses truly are in this tower, then someone is clearly targeting them. We have to hurry and find them before... There's a lot I still don't get, but I have to admit I have a bad feeling about pretty much all of this. So far the demons on the lower floors haven't posed much of a challenge, so I think I just need to push on a bit further. I wish I could join you, but I need to stay here and rest until my leg heals. I'd be no good in a fight as I am. There's something I think you should have though. It might help you overcome some of the obstacles you face in here. Blue necklace. What's this? The protective talisman handed down from generation to generation in House Gemma. There's a power to weaken the pull of wicked magic, so it might help you overcome any traps our enemies have set. That does sound helpful, thanks. Take care, Yunica. Remember to watch your back. So the $1,000,000 question is Hugo already in this? It does seem like it because they were talking about a sorcerer that just ran away, which is not the Hugo I remember. But this is like an alternate version of what happened with Hugo, right? Or what we played is an alternate version of what happens with Yunica. Like, I really thought it would be more of a... It would be more of a situation where we get to play Unica's side of the story. Like, the story still is basically at the same thing, but it's just a different side. So Yunica arrives late and has to climb the tower after everyone, right? Right, one more. There we go. Nice. Wow, not bad, Rico. Not bad at all. Your family's awesome. I wonder who's hit the trap, though. Was it those two punks? I mean, they seemed strong, but that was pretty sophisticated magic. There's no way either of them could be that good. Not that I'm one to judge, I guess. Yunica? Ah, Roy? Was it her, Roy? Well, it's good to see you still in one piece. Ramona? Boy, I'm glad to see you too. I was starting to get worried. I don't think you're the one who should be worrying here. Honestly, do you have no shame at all? Well, this is a fine how do you do. Don't you dare interrupt me when I'm talking to you. You're just an apprentice. You weren't even supposed to be in the search party to begin with. You practically forced your way in. So what in the world made you think it was okay to go wandering around the demon stronghold alone? I was trying to get some combat experience. I mean, I'm here, so it'd be kind of like to be useful if push comes to shove. Besides, Father Superior gave me permission, so I don't know why you're on my case. I followed protocol. Combat experience my ass. You did this because Lady Ray and Lady Fina are in here somewhere, and you know it. Whenever those two are involved, you completely lose sight of reality. You don't think, you just act. I'll bet it never even crossed your mind that this little stunt of yours might have Commander Galleon and Ramona worried sick. An apprentice should behave like an apprentice, damn it, not like some blowhard pioneer. But you're just a novice yourself. And you're only 1 year older than me. When are you going to stop treating me like a little kid? Stop acting like one. What was it you wrote on your enrollment form when asked why you wanted to be a knight? Because I love Lady Reyes and Lady Fina. Shut up, shut up, shut up! Alright, that's enough of you two. I know you practically grew up together, but this is neither the time nor the place for it at the schoolyard quarrel. We didn't grow up together. Well, whatever the case may be, you need to consider your surroundings. We're here for a common goal and we need to work together. We'll do a better job of finding the goddesses if we can all cooperate and coordinate. Yeah, I guess you're right. Sorry. No, right as we were walking in, you were mumbling something about two punks setting a trap. Would you mind filling us in on the details? Oh, sure. Why would anyone else be looking for the goddesses? Bit of a real situation on our hands here. We'll discuss this with Father Shion at once. I'm also a bit concerned about Riku Gemma. I understand he's in the safe room, but he's still injured and alone. It is concerning. I think you and I should attend to him, Roy. As for you, Yunica, I believe you've had enough training for one day. I want you to return to home base immediately. But once Riku is safe and secure, we'll be right behind you. Then we can get all of our facts straight and formulate a plan of... get it? We can get all of our facts straight? Sorry. And formulate a plan of attack. Understood? Yes, ma'am. Don't get sidetracked on your way back to base now. I mean it. Alright, I get it. Waiting around at the base of the tower sounds really tedious. Maybe I'll just explore a teensy bit farther before heading back. Well, we're going to do that. Yunica. I mean, we can just teleport with the goddess statues, right? Unica's is very different. I find actually, after playing with Hugo, Unica's playstyle is actually a lot harder than Hugo's. you know? Because you have to actually engage with the enemy's mechanics. Like these guys. I don't know, maybe Yunica will scale a little bit better with time. But having to get up all close and personal is actually a lot harder than Hugo's playstyle, right? Alright. I don't know if that will stay that way, and Yunica has more options available. In the long run. Leather boots. Alright. Leather boots which fit quite snugly, but aren't very practical for combat. I'm going to equip those. You know, for an action RPG like this, I do kind of miss the dodge roll a little bit. But maybe I've just played too many Souls-like games, to be honest. Yeah. Like, not everything is a Souls game. It needs a dodge roll. Alright. Thank you. Alright. That's absolutely fair. That there is no dodge, that there is dodge roll in the later games. Just I've been playing like isometric top-down games for a bit now. I recently, like, I think last weekend, so the weekend before this one, I was playing Cult of the Lamb a lot. And it is a very similar playstyle, you know, to this. Beast Medallion. What the heck is this? Gives me the creeps, but it looks like it's part of a larger relief, so maybe some kind of key. This is actually difficult with Yunica. There you go. But yeah, I think I also need another game that I can play on my own. Which is kind of always a problem, you know? Because I do get games and then I just wait for streams to happen. And I just sometimes need a game that I can just play by myself for extended periods of time. That is just fun for a long time. And that was recently, like, I think ever since December, I basically played Kingdom Come Deliverance 1 for the longest time. And the issue with that is, it's now over. Like, I finished the game. I did everything there is in the game. And now it just... And now Kingdom... It's just left a hole, you know? Like, a hole of nothingness. Behind. Where I don't even know what kind of... What's going to be the next game, you know? That I will sink my teeth into. Like, I haven't had as much fun in the game as for a long time. In a Western let me say it a little bit differently in a Western RPG, you know. In a long ass Western RPG. I'm thinking of actually going back into Skyrim. Because I've actually never fully played a Bethesda game. I have Skyrim. I have that game. But I actually never really finished that or even got very far into it, to be honest. So that might be a thing. I'm just not a huge fan of Bethesda's game design. I think Kingdom Come Deliverance does everything just better, in my opinion. And the second game is not out on Switch 2 yet. I mean, maybe it's time, but in all honesty, maybe Elder Scrolls, yes, I could see myself getting used to. I'm not a huge fan of Fallout at all, unless I was I was to play the first two games, but for that to happen, they need to come to Switch first, you know. Like, I'm not playing a long-ass RPG on my PC. No way, you know? But if they ever do come to Switch, like, I would really love to try Fallout 1 and 2. Because I've heard so much good stuff about them. And people have been talking about them quite a bit. They are supposed to be very, very tough RPGs, right? And it could be kind of up my alley, you know? Alright, let's go into the Beast's Chamber. And I'm not a huge fan of the ego shooter phase of Fallout. Like, Fallout 4, not my kind of tea, you know. Maybe I could try like Fallout 3 or Fallout New Vegas or something in the series. But I'm interested in Oblivion, the Oblivion remake as well, you know. I'll have to see. Those are by the way games I would probably never play on stream because they're just long drawn out RPGs with very little happening in between gameplay sessions, you know. So yeah. Seems I've caught a lucky break. No demons, no crazy outsiders, just a whole lot of MP space. Good place to set up a camp, I'd say. All this fighting's been really wearing me out. I could use a breather. Well, Yunica. I think New Vegas would be a good start. And then I can think, like, I could get used to the Fallout universe with New Vegas, and then work my way backwards to Fallout 1 and 2. Maybe. Holy crap, is that one of those huge demons that attacked Ease? What do I do? I'll never be able to beat this thing. By the way, the reason I'm not super into FPS is because I have like motion sickness problems, right? Like I get motion sick super easily. So I always have to like have a system in place where I can play these games. Which kind of worked with Metroid Prime. Metroid Prime is a very slow game compared to most FPS, right? You turn very slowly around and stuff like that, so it's kind of okay. I was actually impressed that I didn't get motion sick during Kingdom Come Deliverance because it's also a first-person game. But yeah. Not that huge into shooters, but here's the thing, if Microsoft ever released a Halo thing on the Switch too, I might even stream that, you know, because I played the first two Halo games and I really did enjoy those back in the day. What do I do? I'll never be able to beat this thing. No, scratch that. I will beat it. I have to. Lady Rhea, Lady Fina, please grant me your blessings. I definitely think that Microsoft will release the new Halo game, the remake of Halo 1, right? I think they will release it on Switch 2 at one point in the future. Because basically Bethesda is also Microsoft now, and they just release a ton of games on Switch. Lady Rhea, Lady Fina, please grant me your blessings. And Dad, please give me the strength to do this. I don't fully remember how to do this. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, I need to jump up here, right? Let's go, Yunica. Ouch. That is kind of an issue. I was relying on Hugo's shield quite a bit. On these bosses. You know? Oh god. The isometric view is screwing me over. Oh no! You know, one thing I'm always trying to do, now that we're talking about Bethesda and Fallout, one thing I always try to at least accomplish is just broadening my... Wow. Just trying at least to broaden my gaming horizon at all times, you know? That is always like one thing that I'm always keenly aware of. Is that I just... don't take anything for granted. And I always try to learn about other games too, you know. There we go, Yunica. So it will give something a lot more chances than it probably deserves at times. But yeah, if I never did that, I would have like missed out on so many of my favorite games, you know? Like I never would have played La Mulana if I didn't just give it a try and get my face kicked in by it for 15 different times, you know? How the hell did I survive that? That was intense. Yes, it was, Yunica. We're almost dead. But we managed to do it. Let's save. Oh, so we're still going further. I mean, yeah, we were in the middle of the flooded prison last time when... with Hugo, right? When we went back to the base. The others. By the way, can we buy something? Something that I want to really know right now. Divine Blessing. Current leggings. Stationary heal rates. Damage from terrain, stun effects, movement speed is as egregious as usual. And let's strengthen the current armor too. Right. I'm going to have so much more of a problem with Yunica, I feel like, than I will have with Hugo. Because these next bosses are going to be intense. And the thing is, she doesn't have a get out of jail free card in form of a shield, right? Alright. What do we have here? Silver bracelet. Such a power bursts forth from the artifact. Yunica is now able to dash. Double push L. Hold Y or A. Double tap. Configurable. Always dash configurable. That is very inconvenient, I have to say. Double tapping is very old school, I have to say. Very old school. I would have preferred a button click or something. Can we get the option? Double tap to dash. I mean, sure. Feels a little bit weird. Button click would have been better in almost every conceivable way. But I mean, this game is old. Well, I think 2005 or something, but yeah. That is like 20 years ago. Holy shit, I'm old. That makes me feel really old. That a game from the 2005-2006 era could be called old is like... It's like a kick in the face. Ugh. At that point, I was still in the middle of school, seriously. I graduated to 2011 from school, so holy shit. That was when I was still like pretty much obsessed with Guild Wars 1. Mostly because all my friends were playing it. And we were like playing together. There we go. Ring mail. Oh, she gets like a real armor, huh? Defense plus 16. Leather reinforced with metal rings. Flexible yet sturdy. I mean, makes sense. But yeah, I think we're making much faster progress with Yunica so far. Pretty sure. And I mean, that's kind of the point, right? Because I don't need to kind of learn enemy patterns again. Because we, I think, know most of these. Alright. But I really do enjoy the games we've been playing currently. We are a little bit back on Dragon Quest Builders. I've actually pushed the next Dragon Quest Builders stream. I pushed actually so far into the future. Like that one was planned 2 weeks ago almost, and I just pushed it and pushed it and pushed it. I mean, I obviously wanted to do a full week of La Mulana last week, so obviously we had to push a little bit back. But still, you know. By the way, I cannot recommend enough the Dragon Quest Builders playthrough. As much as I don't wanna harp onto it too much. Dragon Quest Builders is a special kind of game. In my opinion. So if you're ever curious, it is a very good game. Both games. Well, well. If it isn't the little axe girl. Ah, it's you. If you're here, then I guess you managed to take down the demon I summoned. Hey, wait a sec. Does it mean you beat Velagonder too? What's a Velagonder? You mean that giant red creature? Yeah, it gave me some trouble, but I managed. I guess Kishkal was right about you after all. You do pretty good for a dumb hag. Would you please stop calling me that? My name is... Whoa, now. Unless I think you're worthy my time, I don't give a Pickard's ass what your name is. Save the introductions for after our fight. If you somehow manage to beat me, then you can tell me who you are. Not that that's likely to happen, of course. Maybe those ugly ass clothes will look better once I open you up and hang you on the wall. Well, let's see what you have, Epona. I mean, your fight against Hugo was pretty good. Fuck me. To try it. I need to get her patterns down, more so than with Hugo, obviously. Alright. Oh, come on. You kind of have to wait your turn with Yunica a little bit more, you know. Ouch. Ouch. I hate that move so much. The one where she stops multiple times. Come on. The thing is, with Hugo you can just be on the offensive all the time because you can just shoot her from afar. With Yunica you just need to keep your distance a lot. And just wait for an opening, you know? Like, after that attack, there's a big opening that you can just use. Right? I forgot I can dash for a second there too. There we go. Instantly got better at it. Oh shit! I guess I must have let my guard down. Not bad though. Not great, but not bad. Is she talking about me or her? Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Hugo is so much easier. Like, I didn't even need to, like, with Hugo, I didn't even need to learn her fight properly. Because I just blast her from afar all the time, and her health just drops, you know? Alright, I guess a promise a promise. What's your name, girlie? Huh? Your name? You do have a name, right? I hate cluttering up my brain with useless knowledge, but I think you've earned a spot in it. Just a small one, though. It's Yunica. Yunica Tova. Yunica, huh? That's a weird name. I'm Epona, one of the foremost warriors of my people. See, that's the thing. I really want to know who your people are. And why you're after Lady Rhea and Lady Fina. Lady who now? I hate multi-part questions. I never felt like answering them. You should learn to ask one thing at a time. But hey, I'll throw you a bone. Me and my companions, we're not from Ease. What? Ah crap, I've gotta go. Sava gave me orders, and if she sees me wasting all my time here with you, she'll have my head. Technically I'm supposed to kill you, but, well, I tried and failed, so I guess I'll let you off with a warning this time. Don't worry though, I'm sure we'll cross paths again. See you later, Yunica. Hey, wait. Not from East? I'm not sure what to make of that, but I don't think this is good news. It's good news for us. And we get the water dragon scales, obviously. What's this? Looks like a bunch of fish scales, but it feels kind of funny when I'm holding it. Like my body's breathing more deeply or something. But I guess with all the water around here, that could come in really handy. Huh? What's going on? Oh, ooh, it's just the Lila shell. Yunica took out the Lila shell and put it to here, to your ear. Yunica? Yunica, can you hear me? Loud and clear. Is something wrong? Quite the opposite, actually. Commander Galleon and the sorcerers have arrived safely in the tower. Sorry. Oh, thank goodness. Seems that's just about everyone now. Whenever you get a chance, please return to the base so we can discuss how to proceed. Oh, sure. Should I just use the crystal to warp back? If you would, yes. See you soon. The commander made it. I'm sure Cecilia must be here too. This should be an interesting meeting. There'll definitely be plenty to discuss. Oh, Yunica. Also E7, is it? Six? You know, a lot of the East games are very, very cheap right now. Well, Commander Cecilia, Yunica Tova. Welcome back. Where have you been, Yunica? Yeah, where have you been? As I recall, you were ordered to come back here immediately. Well, Father Superior told me of your request. I understand you've been doing some advanced scouting of the tower. I have, yeah. I'm still not even halfway up, though. Given the scope of the location, I'd hardly expect you to be. In fact, that is the biggest obstacle we face here, I believe. We'd all like to begin searching in earnest, but without a solid strategy, we may as well be walking in circles. Actually, on the subject of searching, we seem to be missing someone else. One of our sorcerers is still accounted for. Should we form a small team to look for him as well? Perhaps. We can't simply abandon one of our own. There's no need to worry about him. Good of you to join us. Oh, you're... Allow me to introduce myself. My name is Cadena. I'm Sorceress of East. I look forward to working with you on this mission. Oh yeah. I'm wondering, like I've seen, the thing is, I've seen in the sale, I've seen East 1 and 2. I've seen East 6. And I think I've seen E7. Where is East 3 and 4? 3, 4, and 5? Are they different games? Or are they just not numbered entries, you know? Because that's, like, I'm going to get East 1 and 2. But after I'm done with 1 and 2, I'd really appreciate it if I could move on to 3 and 4, right? I'm Yusha, I'm a sorceress too. Pleased to meet you. You too? My name is Yunica Tova. I'm an apprentice knight. Nice to make your acquaintance. So you believe your missing sorcerer is not in any danger then? It's Hugo Fact, the successor to the Fact name. Frankly, I'd be more surprised if he did show up here. Ah, the younger brother of a fallen comrade. He's got an iron will. If he's not already in the tower, I'm sure he'll make his way here sooner or later. and be no worse for the wear. He understands the severity of the situation. He'd want us to start with the search and rescue as soon as possible, with or without him. Understood. On your advice, then that's exactly what we'll do. Come, there's much to discuss. We must pull our knowledge if we are to successfully locate our goddesses. I didn't think it possible for the situation to become more urgent than it already was. So the demons are under control of humans, but why? Who are they? The only ones who have encountered them directly thus far are Yunica and Rico. Can the two of you provide any additional information as to their identities? Well, Yunica detailed her encounter with Epona. They're from outside of East? Are you certain that's what she said? It's unbelievable. I'd heard there was a whole world beyond our borders, but I never imagined I'd meet anyone who came from there. Do you know how many of them there are? Only person that encountered those two warriors. I can't speak for any others. Oh, alright. Okay. Yeah, I mean, until I get there. Like, until I get there, I still have to play 1 and 2. Obviously, so it's probably going to be a while until I get there. But yeah. I've only encountered those two warriors. I can't speak for any others. Same here, but I think there has to be at least one more. I ran into pretty sophisticated magic trap during my recon. 2 physical fighters alone couldn't have said that. So there's likely a sorcerer acting behind the scenes. And if they're out from outside East, the magic they've got doesn't come from the goddesses. We have no idea what to expect. As if we didn't have enough to worry about already. Our course seems clear. We must find our ladies Rhea and Fina and offer them protection not just from the demons, but from this new threat as well. Understood. We Holy Knights would request your honor of serving as advance guard in the search. Granted, and I would ask the sorcerers to scout for any further snares, since the last one has been confirmed herein. Just remember, the enemy most likely has a sorcerer of considerable skill in its employ. It is imperative that you all exercise the utmost caution. We will. I'll do my best. Personally, I'm just glad I can walk again. I go pretty much anywhere. Unfortunately, Rico, I'm afraid I must ask that you remain here at base. What? You're well versed in the mystic knowledge of your house, are you not? Specifically the spells of tempering? I suspect many powerful foes lie in wait for us within these walls. As such, I would like you to remain on hand and use your magic to strengthen the search party's weapons as needed. Okay, no problem at all then. I'm glad I can be of service. I must say, Yunica, I'm kind of stunned that you were able to make it so far up the tower. You must have fought a pretty wide variety of demons to get there. Yeah, I guess. A little Yunica has grown up so fast. I don't know about that. These still seem like actions of an amateur to me. Don't get me wrong, the information you've gathered has been a huge help, but we have no idea what we're up against in here. You need to be more cognizant of your own limitations, Yunica. You can't just rush in headlong like that. Sorry. That's a Cecilia, ever quick to deliver the 40 lashes. Don't mock me. Cecilia is right, Yunica. I know how much you care for the goddesses, but you must not let those feelings cloud your judgment. Yes, sir, I understand. Excellent, with that settled, then I believe it is time for the Holy Knights to commence this search and rescue. Fortunately for us, the demons on these lower levels are weak enough that they can be dealt with one-on-one. As such, our first task will be to split up and gather our bearings. Should a situation arise where backup is required, make certain to contact the rest of us immediately. Do not attempt it alone. With that said, may the fortunes of war smile upon you all. Alright. Hey Yunica, do you need me to strengthen your weapon? That would be great. Alright, let's see what we got. Actually, maybe I should start explaining how it works. Rico, do you absolutely have to tell me all this? Magic talk always gives me a headache. Huh? Oh, sorry. I guess magic is one of those show don't tell things when you get right down to it. Alright, Rico, we know that. Unica's axe has been strengthened. There you go, one fortified weapon. Wow, that was fast. Seems awfully similar to what Rue did, though. Thanks, Rico. Can I bring it by again later for another dose or another dose, or is that how not? I can't talk anymore today. I'm afraid not. I need a new piece of clear ore each time the spell is cast, and that just so happens to be the last piece I had on me. Oh, that's a shame. I'll see if I can track down any more for you, though. Sounds like a plan. If you do manage to get your hands on some, you know where to find me. I believe the people after the goddesses and the people who disrupted our transport spell are one and the same. I'm glad we managed to get everyone back together, of course. We mustn't let our guard down for even just a moment. Just pray that Lady Reyes and Finas are aware of Red as well. Hey guys. I'm just so tired. I can breathe easier knowing that the Holy Knights are all present and accounted for. And since the sorcerers are here as well, the search can finally get underway. I expect performance befitting a knight from you, Yunica. Do not let me down. Definitely want to strengthen the new armor. Alright, this is the biggest major cutscene in the first part. I remember that. Nah, it's okay. I'm just perpetually tired recently. I haven't been sleeping well this weekend. I can still go. We still have like 1.5 hours left. I could talk about my streaming plans real quick, if you want me to. This week. Because on the weekends, as you might know, I have a lot more streaming time for the weekends, usually. So I have a lot of time on my hands on the weekends. So the current streaming plan is I will stream tomorrow. We're going to do... There you go. Tomorrow we're going to stream Dragon Quest Builders. We finally get back into that whole thing. So yeah, tomorrow I want to go back into Dragon Quest Builders. On Wednesday, we're going to do an early morning stream. Because I can start at 7 AM on that day. But that's like the only early morning stream this week. But yeah, going to start at 7. So we're probably going to end up playing Wario Land 3. Wario Land 3 is a longer game than I anticipated. This game has tons of levels, like crazy much amount of levels, to be honest. It's crazy how big that game is, you know? And I mean, you need to play every level multiple times too, you know? You need to at least play every level like 4 times to get all of the treasure chests. So, yeah. I kind of like the structure of that game a lot, but it's taken us 3 streams already, and it's probably going to take us at least 2 other streams to make it through Wario Land 3. For a Game Boy game, that is a lot of content, you know? Like on the original Game Boy. It's not even a Game Boy Advance game. You know? So yeah, so on Wednesday, going to do an early Wario Land stream. Which then, on Thursday... Oh, nice. Whirlwind power increased. I'll take it. On Thursday, we're going to be playing probably Fire Emblem 7. I had to sadly call off the Fire Emblem 7 stream early last time, sadly. Because I was super tired at that day. We already were streaming for 6 hours that day, and I was super tired. So I sadly had to end the last Fire Emblem stream a little bit early. You know? But yeah, I'll get back to it. We're going to do Hector's story. I forgot how hard Hector's story really is. Like, we're playing Hector's story on normal mode, and it already is so much more difficult than Eliwood's story ever could be. You know? But yeah, I'll have to strategize quite harshly, because literally the last thing that we did was I think chapter 13, right? And we actually managed to lose that chapter, which is incredible. And I mean, each Fire Emblem chapter obviously has a secondary objective too, which is really important, you know. And if we fail the secondary chapter, like in that chapter, I really wanted to recruit the 2 characters that you get, and I failed on that front, so that's already a loss for me. Because that shit has like consequences in Fire Emblem. So yeah, but once we're done with Fire Emblem on Thursday, all quite good. But yeah, once we're done with Fire Emblem on Thursday, I'll search up for a game for Friday. There's a few candidates there, I would say, that we could go to. I could go for Blasphemous. Like, Blasphemous seems to be a good candidate for that. Blasphemous is such a weird game because it's a Souls-like, right? It's a 2D Souls-like. And the game will eventually ramp up. And kick me in the teeth so hard that I might consider even dropping it. I just wonder if I should even, like, play the game. You know what I mean? It's like even worth playing the game. At this point in time. Levin Strike Warhammer. Search of power burst from the other. Yunica was granted use of Bolt Crash skill. Immediately to use Bolt Crash skill. Yeah, that's true. That's true. But the thing is, if I'm walking into a situation where I just want to drop the game and I end up dropping it, that's just me handicapping myself. I think I like it. I think I like it enough that I'm going to continue, obviously. Ooh, power of lightning. Can be used to block incoming enemy attacks. What? Oh, you can actually block enemy attacks too? That's sick. I actually like that ability a lot. I'll have to see with Blasphemous. I think it's fine, you know. The thing is, the first part of the game is not really a Souls-like, I would say. It's actually relatively easy. Like, the part where we're currently at is actually relatively easy. And you don't end up dying to a boss more than 2 or 3 times, in my experience. And that's kind of the problem, you know? Because what will happen if I keep dying to a boss 15, 16 times, you know? That's why I don't like playing many Souls games on stream. Art Legends. I don't really enjoy playing Souls games on stream. Because for me it doesn't really make for good content. Just me screaming at the boss to overcome the boss, you know, and raging at the situation. I love Bolt Strike. Bolt Strike is cool. That's actually one of the coolest abilities I've seen so far in the game. Arthropod Medallion. So much cooler than the thing Hugo got. Which was like the mines, right? Hugo got the mines at this point. This is just so much cooler. But yeah, I really want to start its Trails in the Sky 3rd soon. I'd even do it while we still are playing this game, to be honest. I don't know yet. It's going to be legendary. I can already feel it. There's something else in here, maybe, that I didn't see yet. Nope. This is just so good. I need to check every nook and cranny here. Yeah, because I knew this was going to happen. Get that. We have 2 already. Let me just use it. It's a permanent upgrade, so let me just use it. Oh, fuck. Really? Oh, this is so unforgiving. That is bullshit. It was happening so fast at once. Oh, I know what I did wrong. I absolutely know what I did wrong. That is so bullshit. I accidentally, by using this, I accidentally unequipped the water dragon scales. And that's why that happened. That is so much bullshit. Ouch. That is unfortunate. That is very unfortunate. All right. Sadly, I have to do this all over again, but the good part is it doesn't really matter because it was relatively quick, right? Also, I'm super excited about the new retro games that we're playing. One of them is going to be a very casual speedrun. Not a speedrun per se, but just a casual playthrough. But I just know the game in and out. And I know that might be like a weird thing to do, just casually playing a game that you know in and out, but one of my favorite games, and just playing it will be fun. I forgot I got the rotor fruit in here too. True, true. I think it's more weird to do it live, you know, in front of a live audience. Like to play that sort of game in front of a live audience. Because personally, I do enjoy most of the time a blind playthrough more than a not blind playthrough, right? Like, that is always kind of an issue, because I really do enjoy blind playthroughs a lot more. Because I want to see the person's reaction to what is happening, you know? They already know what is going to happen. It's going to be a way harder sell. But yeah. I mean, that's a huge issue for me with streaming in general always, because I already am a pretty big proponent of I just play every genre, every series. And the problem is, like, the best games out there and the best game series that I would consider the best game series, I already played most of them. You know? So it's hard making a blind playthrough if you've already played so many games. But yeah. There's definitely some blind spots too. Right. Just go up. I don't think there's even anything here to do. Just go through. There's a panacea here. I'm already pretty low on air. There we go. Oh my god, we did it. The Rue is up there. We need to get to him. All right. Well, yeah, there's many great things coming on this channel. I just need to have the time to stream and not like a idiot call off my streams. And I need to actually get a lot better. Because recently I feel like I've cancelled way too many streams. Hello, Rue. I do believe you're a Rue I have met before. But you seem just as hungry. with a Rotor Fruit. And we get a Topaz. Bulk Crash power increased. Oh, for me? You really don't have to do that. I shall humbly accept your gift though, because you're so very cute and I can say no to that face. Big boom. Oh god. I do love me a big boom. Just gonna say that. That is extremely flashy, I have to say. By the way, I'm begging Capcom really recently. Like, I've been begging Capcom. They need to 100% give us a updated version of Monster Hunter Rise on the Switch too. I swear. I've been playing a little bit of Monster Hunter Rise again. Just getting into it. And it felt amazing. But the biggest issue is they still haven't brought out a version that just runs well on Switch 2. And my main save file of the game is on my Switch. Because that's where I initially bought it. And I mean, it shouldn't be too much to ask. Like, the PS5, they do have a PS5 and the Xbox port that could probably run as well on Switch too. Oh my god, that was close. But they are stone cold silent recently. And it's kind of infuriating. Accept this blessing. The next one is increase the effect of herbs. Also bad status resist. Maybe. Ugh. I just want updated versions of those games, to be honest. Like, we do have two of the best Monster Hunter games with Rise and GU on the Switch. But the main thing that I feel Capcom is doing recently is they don't want to cannibalize their sales of Monster Hunter Stories 3 and Resident Evil. That's why they are not doing anything with Monster Hunter currently. Because they have Monster Hunter Stories 3, they want to release that, and then they are going to do something. Which I find a weird strategy. But yeah. What a disgusting sculpture. God damn, Yunica. It's like just an Anthrobot. Not that disgusting. The craftsmanship is undeniable though. It almost looks alive. Oh, you can hit it with the bolts? That's cool. Ouch. I forgot how bullshit this fight was. Yeah. There's just too much going on in this fight at all times. Even with Hugo, that one was super bullshit. Yep. As usual, this game's fights, boss fights, kind of fall on the meh side of the spectrum a lot of times. I don't know if it's easier with Yunica, to be honest. Holy shit. Like, the thing is, with Hugo, you could at least... You could at least plant those mines, you know? Those mines were actually really good in this fight. And they would do lots and lots of damage. Not forget, like, these balls we can actually just... can actually just hit. such a clusterfuck of a fight. Holy shit. So bad. You can kind of hit them from far away too. I hate this ring thing, by the way. The worst. Yeah. Alright. There's just balls everywhere. I kind of hate this fight. Not gonna lie. The boss fights are all god-awful. I think most of them. The first one isn't that bad, to be honest. Also, it takes forever to... Like, that is one of the most cardinal sins of a boss fight. A boss fight that just takes forever. You know? Like, there's a few cardinal sins about boss fights, and a boss fight that just takes forever is almost a red flag every time. You know? I actually want to go around this side of it. My god. Why? I felt this boss fight was easier with Hugo. I mean, with Hugo, you just need to, at one point, just embrace the clusterfuck. And then you win. Oh, God. God fucking damn it. I really do hate this boss fight a lot. Yep. I don't even know. We just have to get lucky. I was like trying to dish out damage amongst these a little bit more equally, you know what I mean? So that I can damage them a lot more equally. So I can break them easier later on. Before the fight becomes too much of a clusterfuck, you know? Oh god. All right. This is a whole mess. Come on. There we go. Ugh. That was tough. That was really tough. Oh boy. It is one of the most annoying fights in the series. At least I can't say in the series because I haven't played much of the series. But yeah. In the game, I meant to say. It's definitely one of the hardest to get into. Okay, let's do. We have around 30 minutes left, so let's do a little bit of the Guilty Fire, right? I mean, just as much as we can, to be honest. We might get through Yunica's story in another 2 streams, maybe. The peculiarly shaped depression in the altar. I know that. I know something about peculiarly shaped depression. Alright. Yunica's playstyle is interesting, I have to say. I mean, it feels more of like a hack and slash than Hugo's. Why did you have to send me here of all places? Help Hugo, save me! Yunica? Dirty beasts, where are your manners? Let me show you what happens when you mistreat a lady. What does happen when you mistreat a lady, Yunica? I mean, they're mistreating you quite a bit. Us. Well, that takes care of them. Are you okay? Yusha, right? Yes. Thank you for rescuing me. No problem, I'm just glad you're okay. Weren't you sorcerers supposed to be searching the lower floors, though? How come you're this far up the tower? Well... We were being chased by a big group of demons, and they totally had us cornered, so we got out of crystals and warped to safety. Or that's what I was trying to do anyway. But I guess because I was so flustered, it warped me here instead. Wow, that's really unlucky. You don't think it's broken, do you? No, I think it was just me messing up. This sort of thing happens all the time. I'm just accident prone, I guess. Okay. But I'm happy to say some good did come of it, at least. I saw Lady Fina not far from here after I teleported. What? I tried calling out to her, but she didn't hear me. So then I tried to get closer, but she teleported away. Lady Fina was here? Yunica? Oh, sorry. I guess we have our confirmation then. And now that we know Lady Fina is here for sure, we really need to step up our efforts. Well, what do we have here? A couple of goddesses lackeys. I suppose it was only a matter of time. Yo! Shout out for playing Xenoblade Chronicles. Where did you come from? Wait, that outfit, don't tell me you're... Neither of you looks... Sorry, I need to get back his voice. Neither of you looks fit to do battle with even the weakest of demons this tower has to offer. Pono wasn't exaggerating. The six priest must have been hard up for nights indeed. So, you are with those other two. Were you tailing Lady Fina then? Is that why you're here? So, she's been spotted, has she? That's excellent news. She can't have gone far. I do enjoy it when my enemies divulge information so easily. My orders are to kill you, but as a token of my thanks, I'll look the other way for now. Wait. If you want my advice, go back to Solomon Shrine. People like you won't last long down here. What should we do? If we don't hurry, he'll capture Lady Fina. That was... Oh, nothing. I think I should warp back to the base and report this to Father Superior. I doubt I'll be able to get much farther up the tower anyway, and I'm sure Cadena must be worried about me. Okay. I'm going to keep at it, so give Father Superior my regards. And tell him I'm sorry. That was a really stupid thing for me to say, and may have placed Lady Fina in even more danger. No, Yunica, it's not your fault. That was pure circumstance, and I'm sure Lady Fina will be just fine. Oh, I almost forgot. You should take this with you. Alright, a red moon crest. What is it? I'm not sure, but I found it nearby. I figure if it's actually useful, you need it more than I do. Thanks, I'll make sure I don't lose it. I'll see you later, Yunica. Take care, okay? Fina. Alright, Yunica. Time to go on, right? By the way, I really do enjoy the music of this game. And it's a shame that there's not more remixes of the songs too. You know? Kind of an underrated gem. And yeah, let me run past these. I think this is where we're going to end for today. So yeah, let me end here for today. I don't think we can do the whole next area in the stream anymore. So let's pause here and let's at least try to make it to the middle section next time, right? So yeah, as I said, tomorrow I'm going to be playing Dragon Quest Builders 1. We're in the second area of the game and we are trying to heal a land of terrible sickness and poison, which is going to be super interesting. Then we have Wario Land free on Wednesday, as I said, early morning, and Fire Emblem 7 on Thursday. Then Friday, probably Blasphemous, and on the weekend I'm going to do at least 2 streams per day. I haven't decided yet which ones, but we might start with a new game too. So, thank you guys so much for watching today's stream. It was a lot of fun. And if you want to see more, please leave a like and subscribe on YouTube and a follow on Twitch. And I'll see you all next time. Trilightning out.